going on, YouTube family? Hey, in this video I got a good one, man. I'm gonna talk about a controversial topic today, y'all. Why not to use a CPN to buy cars for your car rental company, alright? Let's talk about it, guys. Alright, so I've been in this game for a while. I always get those DMs from those people. You know, the people on Instagram that don't have a profile picture up, you know, all anonymous. Even if they do, all their pictures, they hiding their faces. You know, those kind of anonymous people online, right? Not saying that's a crime or anything, but, you know, it's always the shadier people that always want to ask, hey, so you know how to get a CPN and buy these cars? You know, they always whisper that to me. Those of you guys that don't know, a CPN is a credit profile number. Pretty much, it's a way of getting around using your social security number to get credit, all right? So some people, they've trashed your credit, and a lot of these credit repair companies sell them on the idea of a new start, a fresh start, using a CPN, all right? CPNs are things that are used for like high-profile individuals or government officials to mask their identity. So your average Joe cannot go pull up their information and go run up their credit or whatever, all right? Kind of gives them some level of anonymity. However, you know, a lot of people out there like to go, you create these CPNs, so to speak, and then they sell it to other people, tell people, yes, you could use them, you could build up a profile with these things. They start off by applying for a few utilities, maybe magazine subscriptions or whatever, anything that'll eventually report to that CPN with the credit bureaus, and then you start to build up the credit score on these CPNs, and then eventually they get bold enough to go out there and start applying for cars and mortgages and all of that. And guys, let's call a spade a spade. 9 times out of 10, they do it eventually with the ulterior motive of committing a crime. Skip out paying the bill and feel like they have impunity, and they just take the car and figure, hey, as a CPN, you can't do nothing to me, or they take the real estate property or whatever. They eventually, a lot of them end up committing crimes. All right, we see this with the credit repair companies that would sell people, these witting people. There's gurus on YouTube selling these CPNs. I've seen their videos. They sell you these CPNs and convince you that, you know, you don't have to go spend your time trying to fix your credit, fix the mess that's been done to your credit or you've done to your credit. No, by paying me a few thousands for the CPN, it's already dressed up for you. It's already ready to go. Credit's already been built up on it, and you guys can go out there and go get whatever you want. All right. Now here are the problems with that. All right. And not only do you get that offer from credit repair companies, also dealership. I know some shady dealers out there in my city that done that. All right. They go tell people, yo, come buy these cars with the CPN, and you know it's fraud. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you the dangers of doing that. Before I even say that, right? Yes, I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. All right. There might be that 1% of people out there that truly use a CPN for the purposes it was intended. This video is directed at the 99.9% that don't. All right. Because it then starts to transition into fraud. All right. And so let's talk about that. All right. With the credit repair companies sell you these CPNs, guys. What the buyer doesn't realize is that it's not no CPN that they just created out the blue. All right. They didn't do it. No. Instead, what they're selling you is either a child social security number. All right. Because there's no credit history on it, so there's nothing to pull up. You go to Experian, you pull a Experian, a TransUnion, or Equifax report. There's nothing there. They don't have credit history. So you think, oh wow, you got a CPN. You just stole a kid's identity. It could be incarcerated people. All right. A lot of people are incarcerated doing long bids, not checking their credit. They don't care about credit. You know, they don't have a credit profile. All right. They're selling you those people's identities. A lot of these credit repair companies, these scammers selling these things, they go out there and they pull from public records people that they pull these social security numbers, or they buy them in the dark web, and then they make sure that they don't have profiles, credit profiles, and that's what they're selling to you guys. That's number 2, incarcerated people. And then number 3, elderly. All right. Elderly people out there, maybe old school people that never believed in credit, these cash is king baby boomers and all of that stuff, never use their credit profiles. They will sell you their identities. All right. They sell you their social security numbers. Matter of fact, I know somebody back in the days when I was younger actually did the same thing. All right. And he got locked up for that. All right. He got locked up. He preyed on an elderly person. And the only reason why he got caught is because the person he preyed on happened to be a former senator. A former senator. All right. So the second day that social security got flagged, oh yeah, the feds were on him real quick. Hey man, they threw him under the jail. All right. So and if y'all think I'm just pulling all this stuff out my butt, I'll go to YouTube right now and go Google, just type in YouTube arrested for CPN. You will see tons of videos of people getting arrested for CPNs. And here's the funny thing about them, a lot of them get arrested at dealerships. At dealerships trying to buy cars, these CPNs. All right. Now here's the next part about the whole CPN thing too, right? Is also, especially when you guys are doing it at dealerships. A lot of these dealerships also, I know shady dealers. Matter of fact, I know one right now. He's still in jail, and that was his thing, setting people up with these CPNs, right? And then having them come to his dealership to come buy all these cars, and then after they make that first payment to drive off, they don't ever pay again. All right. Guess what? It caught up with him. He's doing a bid right now. Okay. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of these things using CPNs requires that you have a fake driver's license, because you got to match the identity. Because even though maybe they don't have a credit credit profile, that number is still tied to somebody. It's still, you might not know that, all right? But a lot of times what they're selling you are your social security numbers, and then there's government records where they could put that number in. The cops are able to type in that number and they find the real owner of that social security number, all right? So now they make, these people that sell you these CPNs will make you go get a fake driver's license or ID. Go get a fake ID. Or they'll sell you a fake ID with the person's name. Cops aren't idiots. They can tell, all right? This ain't yours, all right? So that's another thing. Now you're committing forgery. Now you're committing a crime, all right? That can put you in behind bars for a long time. It's not worth it. So I know a lot of people in the car rental business, maybe their credit's not good, all right? Maybe their credit's not where it's meant to be at. Instead of putting in the work, all right, cleaning up your credit, all right? There's good credit repair companies out there, all right? If you guys need a recommendation for one, let me know. I'll put some links in the bottom of this video you guys could tap into. See, that's the thing too, right? Like, we've gotten used to this whole fast food economy, right? And nobody wants to wait. The good credit repair companies, you're gonna have to wait several months, all right? So they need to take their time to clean up your credit. But a lot of people want it instant. And then that's when some of the thirsty credit repair companies start selling you guys these scammy products like CPNs, all right? And then you guys get in trouble. So I don't want you guys falling for that. So yeah, so like, we live in this fast food economy where everybody wants it right now. And that's where the temptation to go do something like that occurs, right? Instead, guys, you could fix your credit, all right? It'll take you a few months, but then you do it the right way. You don't do all these credit sweeps or any of these things that could flag you or lead you down that road of temptation. A lot of people, you guys are eager. I see you're eager. You want to get started in the car rental business, but your credit's not where it needs to be at. You don't need to go down the path of CPNs, all right? Because a lot of them will go buy these cars at token note lots, all right, using the CPN, because you can't go walk into a proper franchise dealership with a CPN, all right? You know, you're going to get busted. You're putting a bullseye in the back of your head. A lot of them go to these janky dealerships to go use these CPNs and get one over on them. Then they end up with predatory loans or interest rates on the cars, and that's when they always default, and then they end up stealing the car from the dealership and not making the payments anymore. Always something goes wrong, right? Your payments are too high. Even if you have every intention to pay back the loan, payments are just too bloody high. You're paying double-digit interest rates, and so it just doesn't make any money long term, right? And you're forced to charge more, and then when you're charging too high, you attract a certain type of clientele, all right? Now you're attracting only high-risk renters, and it's only a matter of time when it comes back to bite you in the butt. It's not a long-term strategy. Your niche is just gonna be completely high risk. It's only a matter of time before you total all the cars in your fleet, or you start getting tempted to total out your cars because, number one, your cars are underwater because you didn't buy them well. The best way to make a profit in this business is front end. When you're buying the car, you buy in good. You don't buy in good, you come into the car with negative equity out the gate because you overpaid at the token note lot. Now you're just digging yourself out the hole. You're overcharging every customer, attracting high-risk customers. God forbid you can't get out of the car, then you get tempted to commit insurance fraud, to go wrap the car around the pole so you can claim insurance, all right? So it just starts to lead you down this dark path, all right? Which started from, once again, you being thirsty and doing the CPN stuff. When instead, if you just strategize, you just gave 3-4 months to go out there, clean up your credit properly, all right? And cleaning credit is two processes to that: taking off the negatives and then building up with positives. All right, I've got several videos. You guys wanted several videos on how to get your credit right for the car rental business, where I talk about what you guys need to do. Go ahead and watch those videos and go through that process, guys. Trust me, it is worth it in the long run. Keep saying this is about the macro view, not the micro view here, all right? So I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this video. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments, but bring it on. I want to hear it. I want to hear you guys' experience and opinions about this. But those of you guys that maybe were tempted to do it, I plead with you, do not go down this path. It's not worth it. All right, let's do this the right way. And I don't want any of you guys getting locked up. I mean, YouTube is littered with videos of people literally getting years thrown at them in jail because they use CPNs, all right? So it is illegal. I don't care what anybody tells you, except for the 0.1% of the time where there's a legal use for it. But for 99% of the people out there, it's illegal. And the reason why they're doing it, legal. So guys, don't fall for it. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys very much. Like, subscribe to this video. And also, guys, put your comments in below and let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys very much. And I'll see you on the next one.